The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December the 4th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more importantly, in this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to give us, well, I'd say give us a call. I'd love you to give us a call. Instead, what you've got to do is send me an email. You send that off to Steve at TFNN.com. In the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Slightly mixed bag out there. Now coming from the New York Stock Exchange, down 4 points. Adding the transports, down 105. The other U.S. indices are trading to the upside. 170 for the Dow, 25 for the S&P, 211 for the NASDAQ, and 11 for the Russell. Semis are up 82. Gold is up $11. Silver's up 50 cents. Light sweet crude is back 16 pennies. Natural gas off 6 cents. 30-year Treasury printing up 4 ticks, basically flat at 119.11. Now, our leaders in the clubhouse to the upside, Service Now up $60, nearly a 6% move. Mercado Libre about $60 as well, 3%. HubSpot 35 and change, 5%. Salesforce 29 and change, that's a 9% move there. And Bank of Montreal is up $28, 5% move. Shakers to the downside, led by Market Taxes Holdings, $16 move, 6%. BlackRock off 15, 1%. Elevance Health, $7 the downside. GXO Logistics down 7. And MasterCard is off $7 as well. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Let's begin our day taking a look at New York Stock Exchange. Advanced Client Oscillator, we're very near zero. Still above it. As long as that oscillator, the difference between the 19 to 39 period exponential moving average of the advanced decline line, as long as it remains above zero, this signals to you and I that buyers are the ones that are in control of the general markets. That is also the same message we're getting with regard to the spot VIX index. Lower left, blue line at 1658 is the 50-day exponential moving average. We trade below that. That provides buyers with an edge. So those two tools tell us that buyers have the edge. Let's move on from that. Let's go over to Stevie's white background charts. I'm going to switch over here. We're going to take a look. Thought we could get through. As you can tell, I've got a little bit more energy. It's actually the first day that I've really been able to breathe. I've had some real breathing, oxygen issues out there. Doctors are kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on. Anyway, today, though, I feel good. So I'm pushing it to the max just to see how far I can get. In any event, I'm going to try not to hack inside your ear out there as much as I can. But I take it, I love that I'm feeling okay. Somewhat okay. In any event, let's take a look at the ES Mini. What you should see, well, let me just expand it out, then we're all looking at exactly the same thing out here. If we take, really? That's what I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to do? I'm going to start off by deleting the chart that I want to take a look at. What the Sam heck? I think it might be right here. Let's try this. Okay. Something went wrong here. So give me a second. We'll get this here. Let me get a new chart. Sorry about that, folks. I'm usually a little smoother than this, but apparently not this morning. Okay, so let's start out to fire up here in a moment, and we'll pull it over. What we're going to really take a look at is the mere fact that today is going to form bar number 9 of a TD9 count pattern. So what that tells us, so let me get this kind of in its place out here. 1 minute chart. How about that? Stevie put up the 1 minute chart. Would you guys like to take a look at the 1 minute chart? I'm going to go with the answer there is no. I mean, not that we couldn't. It's got a TD9 count top, by the way. And it'll be fun to take a look at, but we're going to take a look at the daily time frame chart. And this is what I want to share with you with regard to the daily chart. You'll see that today is going to become bar number 9. The only way that that doesn't become bar number 9 is if it closes below the close of bar number 5. That's the trading day of November 27th. That close was 60.15. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we should be prepared for a potential top. What magnitude? Hard to say. If we take a look at other TD9 counts as an example, there was a TD9 count top that formed on July 16th, 2024. That led to quite a nice move to the downside. There was another TD9 count top that formed on August 22nd. That led to a move to the downside as well, not as significant as that first one. There was another TD9 count top out here that completed on September 24th. It lasted for about a day out there. So do they always work? No, but do they work enough for us to pay attention? Absolutely. So what this tells you and I is that with regard to the TD9 count system out here, that we should see a top between today and tomorrow. Where should that take price back to? It should at least take it back to support. That support here is at 60.57. Let me add those profiles. I don't know. Well, actually, let me just do this here. It should be easier if I do this. All daily. And I ought to have the profile. So the profiles with regard to support now. So we're looking at price moving back to about the 60.53 level. If price were to get below that, then it would go target its buy zone. So we're just looking at the daily time frame chart. We can take a look at intraday signals out there as well. I know Gray Rock in the Den wants to look at the ES Mini. Of course, we've just done that and given you the bigger picture, which I think today and tomorrow is the most important picture. Now, we take a look at the NQ out there. You're not going to see any kind of a TD9 count top. We're only in bar number 4 as we speak. However, courtesy of Basil Chapman, if we start doing the Chapman wave counts from all the way back here being August the 5th, you'll see that right now what we triggered today was wave number 7. That's letter G. Now, we look for there is that in order to confirm that pattern, this can extend itself. As long as it continues to make higher highs, the wave number 7 pattern will go ahead and move forward. So a lower high would then confirm a top. Again, same rules are in place here. Maybe price only pulls back to test 21,340.75, the top of its profile. Maybe it pulls back to its oscillator and change line, 21,181, or maybe it's the buy zone in the NQ between 29.42 and 21,075. I wish I could tell you exactly, but what I can share with you is the NQs have a potential topping pattern. The same with the ES Mini, and the Dow's got so many darn A to B equal CD patterns out here. I've only drawn in 3 of them, running out of colored lines out there. So if we take a look at these coming off the swing low out here from September 11th up to the high, wave number 7 high out here, looks like on September 27th, then we have a pullback. We've done more than a 1-to-1 A to B equal CD pattern for that set of A to B equal CDs, and it was a bearish engulfing candle on November 27th that formed. So we do have a top here. You'll see there's Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's present. That is a bearish reversal candle. But most importantly, with regard to the Dow Equity Future contract, is it did form a new profile yesterday. And so if there's going to be some type of market change in trend, you will see the Dow Equity Future contract close below 44,635 for more than 2 consecutive sessions. That's the number to watch. It could be the Dow that would lead us lower if it does. So I'd be watching that Dow profile like a hawk. By the way, with regard to the Russell 2000, it still has its sell the D point top that is in place. So all 4 equity future contracts signaling that we could be getting ready for at least some type of pullback. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's take a look at some of the requests that have come in. Thanks for that. Much appreciated. We're going to begin today with ASML Holdings. ASML is the ticker symbol. This is a trade that one of our listeners, David from Panama City, is in. He's in a winning position for sure. And so his questions are, where is the next target? So when we talked yesterday, just by email out there, the target was being able to clear the swing point from November 14th. That swing point had volume of 3.9 million shares. It did it yesterday with 2.3. Did it yesterday with 1.6. So even lighter volume. Doesn't matter. It's above that now. The question is, where is it headed to next? And of course, we see here a series of higher highs and higher lows on the daily time frame. With regard to dance steps out there, and that was really one of the questions from David on the daily time frame, today would likely become bar number 4 of a consecutive move higher. We take a look at its dance steps, and this bottom tool here is measuring consecutive moves higher and lower, black digits higher, red digits lower. We can see a number of 4-day moves up here. There's a 4-day move back on November 21st. Then we went to a 3-day move to the downside, another 4-day move to the upside on July the 5th. And then we kind of moved sideways to lower out there. Another 4-day move on September 13th led to a sideways move. Another one on September 26th. That was 4 days. So we don't see anything here getting above 4 days. That doesn't mean that it can't. But when we take a look at that, we should, and you're in a option trade out here, and it's Wednesday. I think I don't recall when it expires. I don't know if it's this week or. But here, where's the next price target? So that was a daily time frame. David, that's what you were looking for. If we look at the weekly time frame, this could be week number 3 to the upside out here. But where the weekly time frame should do is target at least its oscillator and change line. You're at 719 right now. That's printed at 729. And at 736.73 is the top of the weekly profile out there. That appears to be the next price target. However, you do have that day 4 to consider, meaning you should prepare for a sideways move or else a pullback of a couple of days out there. Again, no guarantee, but that's the likely outcome. In the monthly chart right now, we are sitting right up at the top of its monthly profile, but I'm not going to really pay too much attention to the monthly chart out there. It's really going to be about that daily, the dance steps, so smart question on your part out there, as well as the weekly, which could just simply get up and target that 736 level. So, David, thanks for writing back in, and have a wonderful Wednesday Rye inside the Tiger's Den would like some Wheaties out there. So let's go take a look at the wheat contract. We are now trading the March 2025 contract. We'll take a look at its multi-time frame set of charts out here. When we look at a monthly time frame, the monthly time frame has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, and that would be negated at the end of the month with a close below 542. We're trading at 541 right now, so we know we're testing a level of support. Could be a bottom or could be a breakdown. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, there is no bottom pattern out here that we have. We just simply have price that is trading below the weekly low at 542 as well. So that could be, if I just simply open this up here, what could that be setting up? I'd really want to go back and look at the continuous contract. Let me just do that here. Let's take a look at wheat. Shouldn't change anything else in the system, I don't think. Let's look at, so I can get more data. This is not enough data there. Oh, okay. See how much that provides. So we take a look at the weekly time frame chart. What price is doing or appears to be doing is targeting the December 1st low out here. December 1st of 2023 I'm referring to. And that low is at 527.50. That's Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. It's wave number 7 bottom out there. That's what it appears to me where wheat is headed to. Now, not that it can't take that out, but that appears to be where wheat is headed to. Let me just switch this back, if you don't mind, to the March contract. Now we take a look at the daily time frame. So the weekly says, okay, maybe. We know we're testing a bottoming signal on the monthly time frame chart. So what's the daily message? The daily message is that we are in bar number 8 of a TD9 count pattern right now. Bar number 8 will complete today, unless there's some kind of miraculous rally. So let's go with not likely. Wave number 7 has been triggered today. So this suggests that you could see a daily bottom ride between today and Friday out there. Of course, if that were to be the case, what you will see is or should see bottoming patterns complete on the intraday charts out there. So now let's go peek at those intraday charts. Don't see anything on the 30-minute chart. I don't see a bottom signal on the 60, nor on the 120, nor on the 240, nor on the 5-hour chart out there. So I don't believe the bottom is today, but you may see a bottom ride that forms between tomorrow and a Friday out there. From a daily standpoint, the first rally point would be to that oscillator and change line. That's currently at 548. At 551.30 is the bottom of its profile. And at 556.35, if the rally is only a counter trend move, that's where price would find resistance. So that's what I see when we take a look at Wheaties, and that was for Rye inside the Tiger's Den. The dude wants to take a look at MMYT. So let me get back to our other sets of charts out here. I believe this might be it, and it is. So we take a look at MMYT. Today is going to complete a TD9 count top. So, dude, this is preparing to pull back to test support. Support in this instance, unless there's a new profile that forms later today or tomorrow, would be at 113.44 or thereabouts. That's the daily green oscillator and change line. So you got a daily top. How about the weekly time frame? Weekly time frame, no topping pattern at all. How about the monthly time frame? Well, this month is when a TD9 count top will complete. So what do we see on an intraday chart out there? So that's a great question. Let's see if we, and it's not a great question because I asked it. It's just simply a good question. Let's go take a look and see what we've got going on the 30-minute time frame for MMYT. No signal there of I take that back. So there's a top, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It went ahead and completed at 10:30. It did this yesterday. And in order for that to get negated, price has got to take out 118.75. To the downside, price must close below 112.51 to suggest there's any real significant meaning to just this topping signal. If you look at a 65-minute time frame chart out here, what do we have? Not much. No topping signal there. How about the 130? 330-minute bars in a day. I got no topping signal there. So I'm thinking right now, MMT. Well, we don't have. It's got a daily topping signal. We just don't have anything on the intraday charts to really hang our hat on out there. So that's what I see. We take a look at MMT. Be careful. Watch tomorrow's action out there. If we close above today's high, whatever that is, right now, the current high is at 119.45. It negates that signal, and we just continue to move higher. Dude, you also want to take a look at ticker symbol BBAI. So let's go see. Let's go check this out. Now, what do we have here? We got no topping pattern that I can see on the daily time frame whatsoever. It's traded straight above resistance. On the daily time chart, that says we go to the weekly chart to look where the next resistance level is. BBAI wants to go target the top of its weekly profile, and that's at $3.19. This is an equally distributed profile. Center is pretty much right in the center, so there's no edge there. But we are trading. You can see a series of higher lows out there and higher highs. We're at a breakout mode on the daily time frame. We are in a bullish mode on the monthly time frame. Why? Because we're trading about 262. And 262 is the top of that monthly profile. So with regard to BBAI, dude, it's headed higher, with 319 being its next price target. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at the euro. This is for Ben and for Grey Rock out here. So we take a look at the daily time frame chart for the euro. You'll see an A to B equals CD pattern that was drawn in. We got a bullish reversal candle on the trading day of November 25th. That confirmed that by the D point pattern. Since then, price was able to get above a prior, well, it's oscillator and change line, which, by the way, it's tested and rejected. I'm going to get rid of the A to B equals CD just to clear the chart just a tad out here. And you can see that what price was able to do, Ben and Grey Rock, was it rallied right back to a prior swing point high. That was at the November 20th level. So that's really the level that you're looking for price to be able to clear. The level being 1.0610. If price is able to close above that level, well, quite frankly, if it's able to close above the B point here, which is 1.0597, I know that's a little bit lower than that swing, so we really need both to unfold. If it does unfold, though, you'll get an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. What's the likelihood of that unfolding? Well, first I would say as long as price on a daily basis remains above its red oscillator and change line, the likelihood absolutely exists. If it falls below that, then we're going to go back and we're going to, because we've so far tested and rejected the high of this swing point from November 22nd. We did it yesterday. We just did it, I think, by a smidgen the day before. We certainly are doing that as we speak right now. When we look to the weekly time frame chart, to add to the daily by the D point pattern, you have a TD9 count bottom. We've rallied off that. The TD9 count bottom pattern completes this week. No reason for us to think that price won't make its way to resistance. That would be the oscillator and change line. And that's up at the 1073 level out there. The only chart that is dangerous out here right now is really the monthly time frame chart. No bottom pattern, just a consolidation. Sorry about that, folks. I was really praying that we were going to be able to get past that. We'll see. We'll see what the doc has to say tomorrow. So you've got really a sideways consolidating pattern out here, something along these lines. So what you can also do, Ben and Gray, is to take that consolidation pattern, make it a little bit more accurate than that. And if we do get a close below the consolidation pattern, we take out wave number 7, the buy the D point pattern on the daily time frame, the TD9 count on the weekly time frame. Then what you can say is we're headed back to the lows out here. I would think we'd be headed back to the 2022 lows, because you just take that consolidation pattern, move it to the downside out there, because usually you break a consolidation, you make a measured move equal to or greater than that consolidation. So that's what I see. We take a look at the euro. Just out of curiosity, since I have the yearly chart up here, what do we see here? Now this is pretty bad. We're trading below last year's open, but not below last year's low. We've traded below it, but the question is, do we close the year below last year's low? Last year's low, 1.0448. Another level for you to watch. Why does it matter if we close below that? And if we close below that, that could really be signaling to us that we've just begun at least a 2-year move to the downside out there. With just a 1-year rally to the upside, tells you about a week move to the upside. So we're looking at the yearly chart out there, and that could say we would be looking, and now we still may get a 2-year move to the downside. But I'd say it increases the odds of that happening if we close below last year's low. So that's all I've got for you on the euro US dollar. Hope that provided you with the information you were looking for. GTE wrote in, would like to take a look at one of the favorite stocks, which is XPEV. And that's not it. Where did Stevie put that? That's not it. Is it here? No. Well, GTE, I know it, but there we go. So now we take a look at XPEV. What do we know about it? Well, first, what we know about it, it's got that island top pattern out there. There's nothing more bearish from a candlestick pattern than an island top. Here you had a gap on the trading day to the upside on November the 11th. You had a gap to the downside on November the 12th out there. That created that island top. It's also Rhodes momentum indicator top. Now, what we've got here is prices trade above resistance, but below that green oscillator and change line, which is at 1272. It's not really clear to me because it's trading below resistance, green oscillator and change line, but above support, 1231 out there. So it is not clear to Stevie what it is signaling to you and I. In fact, it's not providing us with a clear signal on the daily time frame whatsoever. The weekly is pretty clear. The weekly has an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside that should take us towards the $17 level. The monthly chart, we are trading above profile resistance, so there's a profile change in trend. So that is a bullish signal out here. So that's with the weekly and the monthly, but right now the daily, just trading between support and resistance. There's not much more that I can provide to you. John, inside the Tiger's Den, wanted to take a look at Micron. MU is the ticker symbol. Let's pull up those charts out here. And we take a look at MU. You've got a consolidation with inside the daily profile. The buy zone on Micron is between 97.41 and 99.28. We're traded above that red oscillator and change line. It's a bullish structured profile. And therefore, John, I would say if price can remain above 100.43, you should see a move to 104.92. Now, before price gets to 104.92, it would run into the weekly oscillator and change line at 104.54. We are trading above the weekly profile. That really is your range of where price is likely headed to, between 104.55 and 104.92. And there's nothing in the monthly chart to suggest otherwise either. So that's what we see. We take a look at charts for MU. Hope that helped you out, John. Mimi wrote in, and Mimi wants some love. She wants to take a look at ticker symbol LUV. I believe that is Southwest Airlines. Well, that was Turn. So we're gonna maybe we'll come back to that because somehow I overlooked this instrument here. So we're going to go to Turn, and I don't remember who asked for that. My apology. But when we do take a look at this, what does Stevie see? What I see is a daily profile change in trend. I don't know if there was an A to B equals CD bottom. I'm not going to worry about that right now because price is above the top of its daily profile. The question should be for Turn is where is this headed to next? And I would say it's headed to its TD9 count breakdown resistance at either 776 or its TD9 count top, and that TD9 count top is at 763. That's likely where TERN is headed to. Now, if it gets really strong and can close above that TD9 count breakdown resistance level, and that's at 776, then what we should see is a move up to 791. And 791 is the center of its bullish structured profile. And if Turn could ever close above 791, then it would tell you that it's more than a counter trend rally, and that price would take you up to 1090. Monthly time frame, price trading with inside profile support at 574 and resistance up at the 928 level out there. Now let's go take a look at Love. Well, actually, let's do this here. What Mimi was asking about, both to take a look at the charts as well as take a look at its seasonal pattern. So we got about 20 seconds before we go to the break. We have 53 years worth of data for Southwest Airlines. The red vertical line represents today. What this shows us is that we should be seeing some type of short-term top, leads to a little bit of a retracement that moves sideways for the rest of the year. December, as you can see in the very bottom right-hand corner, not really a great month for Southwest Airlines, but we'll take a look at those charts when we come back and see if they are giving us a different message. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We have the daily, weekly, and monthly charts for Southwest Airlines up on our screen. LUV is a ticker symbol. We look at the daily time frame. We're in bar number 7 of a TD9 count. It says you could get a short-term top between tomorrow on Thursday and next Monday. So that kind of falls in line with that seasonal pattern. With that seasonal back up on the screen. Seasonal suggests that you should get a top about December the 6th, and then a sideways, the sideways move lower. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, the weekly time frame chart actually triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. However, it's done it on lighter volume. What I mean by that, the swing point or the B point formed here on October 4th. The volume there was 46 million shares. When we passed it a couple of weeks ago, it was 33 million shares. Even the week after that, 28 million shares. Last week, 20 million shares. So far this week, in almost half of the time of trading, 20 million shares. So now you got 20 million shares going against 46 million shares. But even though we've passed this with lighter volume, it just says caution. Doesn't mean that it won't go ahead and complete the pattern. And by completing the pattern, the A to B equals CD pattern on a weekly basis should take us towards 3740. That's the weekly TD9 count breakdown level. At 3601 is where you run into monthly profile resistance out there. We look at the dance steps out here on the daily time frame. What we'll see is that it's been relatively bullish. The pullbacks have been 2, 3, and the max has been a 4-bar pullback. Yesterday was a 1-bar pullback, it looks like. So this is a very strong momentum stock to the upside. Nonetheless, you may see love form some type. Now, there's also Rhodes momentum indicator signal. So if you were to see a bearish reversal candle, Mimi, that would also identify a top. Now, the first level of support on any kind of pullback would be at 32.95. So don't know where you're at on this trade out there. But watch for a potential short-term topping pattern to form this week or at the beginning of next week out there. That's what I see. We take a look at love. GT would like to take a look at the second favorite stock, I believe, and that is KWEB. We take a look at KWEB out here. What do we see? Well, first, on a daily time frame, we have an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That should take us towards a 2650 level. That's a daily chart. But at the moment right now, price is simply just consolidating with inside its profile. And what I mean by that is this has a buy zone between 3029 and 3076. We're trading right now at 3054. So it's trading into its buy zone. It has resistance at the top of its profile, 3171. The weekly remains below profile and oscillator and change line support. That indicates that we should head lower. We're inside the profile on a monthly time frame. Is that suggesting we should head lower? It's really the daily and the weekly, but we're not going to head lower until price is able to take out 3029, the bottom of that bullish structured daily profile. That's what we see when we take a KWEB. Let's go take a look at Bank of America. BAC is the ticker symbol. And Bank of America yesterday closed below the bottom of its profile. That's at $47, Nicholas. We're trading below that level today. The next daily level of support is where price broke out from using the TD9 count system, and that's at $44, even Steven. So the daily chart says, okay, $44 is my target. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, well, it's going to complete a TD9 count top this week. It may confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top this week. That suggests a move to 45.32. So right now, Bank of America has given us two targets to the downside, 44 and about 45.32. The 45.32 number is going to change as price jostles up and down. So just use 45 at this stage here as a potential support area. And now to the monthly chart. The monthly chart last month, believe it or not, says over time, Bank of America wants to head higher. What do you mean, Stevie? You just spent all this time saying the price is going to pull back. I did. But those are the daily and the weekly charts. The monthly chart last month negated its TD9 count top. It did trade into a swing point, the swing point from back in February 2022, which did volume of 941 million shares. We closed last month into that swing point with only 776 million shares. As long as price remains in that swing point, what I mean by that is above the price point of 4205, above 4205, we should continue to head higher. We should continue. Is that the all-time highs for Bank of America? I don't know about that. Looks like it might be out there. So daily and weekly say prepare for retracement, 44 to 45 bucks being that downside price target. So that's what we've got for you there. Hope that helps you out, Nicholas. Now, what I don't have is anything else. I don't think I have any other requests. If I had overlooked something in the den, oh, wait, I see one private message perhaps. Nope, okay, that's not, okay, thank you. So what do we want to take a look at next? What do we want to take a look at next out there? Let me get back to the den area. Let's look at service now. NOW. Let me just go over to my other set of charts out here. NNE. Okay, thank you, Mike. Or Mark. Let's go take a look at NNE. So NNE, it's going to populate here momentarily. NNE is grape knee high. No, it's nano nuclear energy. And nano nuclear energy right now, as I see it, it is consolidating with inside its daily profile. It's a pretty equally weighted profile out there, Mark. So the range support is at 2093, resistance is up at 3096. Which way is it going to go from here? Well, price is trading. It's found resistance at green oscillator and change line. So therefore, maybe a move back to 2523 would be in order. On a weekly time frame, price is consolidating. No, I take that back. It's bullish. Price is trading above profile resistance at 2364. In the monthly chart, not enough data to provide us with much. So we had a 4-day move to the upside. Yesterday was 1 day to the downside. Maybe we get a second or third day to the downside out here. But I don't see anything really wrong with the stock, just a consolidation with inside that daily profile out there. So, Mark, hope that provided you with the information you were looking for. Oh, I didn't do CLAC? Oh, my apology there. I know you had asked about that. I thought I did. And but thank you, Duncan, for reminding me. So let's take a look at KLAC out here. What's it doing? Well, first, the daily looks good because we have a profile change in trend. So it looks like it wants to head higher. I would say the price target range is the swing point from either October 29th or November the 11th out there. November the 11th could get you up to the 690s, 694 or so. Weekly time frame. Had a TD9 count, Rhodes momentum indicator top price, got back to the breakout level support at 625. We have bounced off of that. We are trading with inside a profile, bullish in structure. This suggests that CLAC should run up towards the 709.58, 721.20 level out there. Monthly chart is the only real issue. Why? Because you have a TD9 count, a TD9 count top. However, what price did last month was it found support in the buy zone. As long as price closes the month above 623.34, it adds the idea that we should see a further rally. If price were to close below 623.34, then all of a sudden 465.77 would jump out at us. Let's take a look at SLV out here. This is for Jambalaya. Did you mean SLV? SVP. Well, I've got silver, SLV out here. If you take a look at silver right now, it's trading above the top of its daily profile, 28.22. The thing, though, silver itself needs to close above 32.03 to suggest that it wants to rally even further. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Now, what I've got up on my screen right now is the ES Mini, but priced in basically 5 major currencies. You got the Chinese yuan, US dollar, British pound, yen, and the euros. Sorry about that, man. What you're going to notice, we're at new all-time highs today in terms of Chinese yuan, US dollars, British pounds, and euros out there. This is a global rally that is going on inside the market. Even though we talked about the TD9 count tops that are out there, not that they won't take place, but the pullback could be quite minimal out there. This is a rally. You got to. It's so important to understand global capital flows out there. So I show you these charts out there. Let's go take a look at the ES Mini. Let's flip back to the intraday charts out there and stay with the theme of the S&P. And let's go take a look at this white background charts. We don't have to spend any time on the daily. We've already done that. TD9 count top will confirm today, complete tomorrow. If we look for a top on the 5-hour time frame chart, there's not one that's present. It's negated a wave number 7 top a couple different times. Trading above profile, trading above its oscillator and change line. 5-hour chart says onward to the north. Same thing for the 240-minute time frame chart. Now, the 2-hour chart is going to complete at 12 noon, just another 4 minutes from now, a TD9 count top. Watch that high. That high, well, I don't know what that high is right now. It's 60.8825. But it might be higher than that by 12 noon. The 60-minute chart negated its TD9 count top. The 30-minute chart negated its TD9 count top out there. I do not believe that the high for the ES Mini is in just yet, even though we've got a TD9 count pattern out there. And again, we may not even get it. We are in a favorable seasonal period out there. You've got global capital flowing into large cap equities out there. It just says be careful to the short side. And that's the end of the show. So that's the end of me hacking into your ears. My apology. I really thought I had it today. We'll try again tomorrow. Have a wonderful Wednesday, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.